Well, I became a Christian when I was in high school as a teenager, and soon after learning the gospel and hearing about how we're adopted in Christ, um, I was just drawn and always dreamed from that point on to have a family that looks like God's family, a multicultural, ethnic family, uh, with a mixture of birth children and adoptive children. And I was very excited when I met my beautiful wife in college that she had the same kind of a dream.
We got involved with adoption. My daughter, Kristen, is adopted. She's now 26 years old. Got into looking into adoption because we were having difficulties having children. And so we signed up with an adoption agency who essentially said we would take a couple of years. It ended up being much longer than that, but really felt like God was calling us to adopt since we weren't able to have our own children at that point in time.
I tell people that it's hereditary. My mother was adopted, so we decided to adopt, and we got 2 boys in the deal. So,
well, Meredith and I met much later in life than people might normally meet starting a family, and we tried for a while to start a family and struggled with that. And even before we were married, though, we had discussed the possibility of adoption. And through the different trials that we went through, I think that really just kind of solidified our decision and led us to the adoption process.
Well, for us, adoption was always something that we were very open to. In fact, I think maybe our 3rd date or so, we were just getting to know each other. I brought up to Becky the thought of potentially, if we were to end up together and get married, that we might adopt and welcome a child into our family that way. Both of us have a lot of experience with children, and so that kind of spurred in us just this desire to help and bless a child in this world and bring them into our family.
And blessings that have come from the adoption. So we have 3 children, 2 teenage girls now, and 1 son who is 9. So it's Haley, Carissa, and Damien. Each one of them has such a special and unique personality, and each one is such a gift to our family and to our church family. And for those who know the 3 of them here at Willow Creek through the youth group and through children's worship, thank you for coming alongside us and seeing the blessing and the gift that each one of these children are, and really supporting us to love them and give them opportunities to be plugged in. And we are so grateful, and it's so neat how they're adopted into our family, but yet the church has so warmly embraced them as well. So we are so grateful.
It's been a blessing in my life. Of course, I have triplet sons as well as my daughter Kristen, and she's the daughter that I have. And amazingly enough, not only for myself but for people on the outside, it seems that Kristen is more my own than my son's at times. So she's a beautiful young lady. And God's blessed her in terms of being able to be with us, but also we've been amazingly blessed by having her in our lives.
And the blessings we've gotten, it's obviously 2 boys that have grown up and gotten out on their own.
So I just really feel like just a sense of community around the adoption. I feel like we came to Willow Creek just searching for a church when we were in the adoption process, and just found so many people here that were supportive of us and that were able to just bless us during the wait and the process, and then able to share in the joy of it with us. And I feel like we've been able to share with others that are starting the process or kind of starting to research adoption. We've been able to share our stories with, waiting families and just friends that are in the process as well. So I just really feel a sense of community kind of around the adoption. And we're just so blessed to have so many people that have just come to love on us and, love on Sam, during and through the process.
I mean, Jalen, he's probably the biggest blessing. But seeing Drew as a father, learning how to be a mother, seeing the church just gather around us. We have dear friends who have also gone through adoption. And so just being able to have that community of, okay, this is going on with our birth mom. Have you experienced this? And vice versa. That would be the biggest blessing.
Yeah.